Hi everyone, welcome to Shell Sugar Rush. Welcome back if you've been here before. Today I wanted to share with you this gorgeous Jojo cake that I have made for a special little girl's birthday, and also made some cupcakes to go along with this. So if you enjoy things like this, stick around and watch me put it together. And don't forget, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notifications bell so you'll be notified when I upload more cakes and treats in the future. So let's get started. So I've started here with some 8-inch vanilla cakes, and I have torted these because I wanted to turn those 2 cakes into 4 layers just to give this cake a little more height, because I do have quite a bit of decor that's going on this cake. So here I'm just finishing filling in the layers with some American buttercream, and then I'm going to give it a nice crumb coat and just smooth that down real good, and then we'll pop this in the fridge and let it chill for a bit before bringing it back out to do that final coat. So after pulling my chilled cake out of the fridge and cutting out my edible image that's going on the cake, I did realize that the cake was a little shorter than what I wanted it to be. So I did go ahead and add a 5th layer to this cake, and I crumb coated that top layer. And since my cake was already chilled, I did go ahead and do the final coat at this time as well. And here I'm just smoothing it down, and I am going to actually pop it back in the fridge, let it chill for a little bit longer, and get started on those cupcakes. Now you can see here I've taken some of my American buttercream and colored it in a beautiful pink, purple, and teal, and I have put all of this in a piping bag together, just kind of in 3 separate rows. And I'm going to pull out my cupcakes. I have baked 2 dozen vanilla cupcakes to go along with this cake. So I am going to just do a nice swirl piping with a 1M tip on those cupcakes. And you can see here to the side I have some little bows that are made of fondant that I actually made ahead of time. And I am going to top those cupcakes with those bows because we know when it comes to JoJo, it's all about the bows for these little girls. Now getting back to the cake, I have made some homemade fondant and colored it this beautiful pink color to go over this cake, and I'm just rolling that out with my large roller and my guides. I'll roll this out to about 1/4 inch. Actually, it'll probably be somewhere between 1/4 and 1/2 inch. Because it does lose a little bit of that as as it stretches down over the cake. As I said, I do make my own homemade fondant. I prefer it that way. I always know how it's going to work for me, so it's consistent. If you would like that recipe, just feel free to comment below and I'll make sure and put it out there. And also, if you'd like to see a video of how I make my fondant, feel free to comment and I'll be glad to do that as well. Here you can see I'm just using my fondant tools, and I do keep 2 of those on hand because I do like to use them around the edges of the cake, the sides and the edges, just to get that sharper, cleaner look around the cake. And here I've actually rolled out a little strip of pink fondant, and I'm just going to put this on my cake board just to give it a continuation of that pink look, because I am going to be putting some hearts on top of that around the cake board. And here I'm just cleaning up those edges of the cake board where that fondant is, that excess fondant is hanging over. So I'm just going to clean this up, and I'm actually going to do a little more sharpening and smoothing on the cake, and then we're going to start adding some of the decor. Now I did choose to do a lot of vibrant colors on this cake because it is for a 5-year-old. So here I'm taking some neon yellow and just putting that in my fondant extractor, and I'm just going to push out a strip of that long enough to go around the entire circumference of the cake. So I'm going to place this along the bottom edge just to give it that little pop of color there. And now I'm going to go ahead and put on my edible image that I have printed for this cake. And I have made some decor ahead of time. I actually made several hearts as well as some stars, and I did put the stars on just some floral wire because I'm going to be sticking those in the top. And I also made this large bow to go on the front because, as I said with JoJo, you know, you've got to have the bow on there. So you can see here the stars that I was talking about with the floral wire. I've just strategically positioned them along the back of the top of the cake because I will be putting some other decor towards the front of the cake. So here you can see, you can kind of see a little bit of the decor that's on the front. I have actually also put the name on the front as well, and then I printed off some just some little cardboard pieces that have some fun sayings on them to go along with the JoJo theme there. And this cake is pretty vibrant. I love the colors on it, and like I said, lots of decor. Let me know what you think about these colors in the comments. So our JoJo cake is complete. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. And again, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that notifications bell so you'll be notified when I upload more cakes and treats in the future. Thank you so much for your support, and I'll see you next time.